So it looks like you might be doing research on buildings here in Dallas and you're just looking for a change of scenery, or maybe you don't even live in Texas and you're doing research on buildings. And regardless of the case, you're going to want to check out this video, because today we're going to do an immense deep dive on 8119 Douglas here near Highland Park, just north of downtown Dallas. And I am going to be covering the floor plans, pricing, incentives, the lounge, the pool, the library, guest parking, the dog park, every single nook and cranny. So that way you can get an idea on if 8119 could be a good fit for you. If it's your first time swinging by the channel, welcome. My name's Lucas. I'm an apartment locator here in Dallas, and every single day I take calls, texts, and emails from folks like you, and 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 you, helping them find apartments and condos all throughout the Dallas area. So if you ever have any questions about anything that I cover, feel free to drop me a line. All of my information is below in the description, and I'd be more than happy to help answer any questions that you might have. So without any further ado, let's go check out 8119. The 8119 is the name of this building, and spoiler alert, is also the address. So this is a 15-story luxury high-rise built in 2023, and it consists of just 125 units, being 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and penthouses up top. And another thing that I wanted to make note of is that this building is going to be a bit farther north than the majority of buildings I've been showing on my channel. So if you've been tuning in for quite some time, and if you've seen some of my other videos, make sure to take this location into account, because we are just a hair north of University Park and probably a 15-minute drive from downtown Dallas. And as far as the layout of the building, you've got the pool lounge up on the 15th floor. The gym is then on the 5th floor, and then the dog park is on the 1st floor, and we are going to cover all of it. And as we're going through the lobby, I kind of felt like I was walking into the Plaza Hotel from the Home Alone movie. Not sure if it's just because of the Christmas decorations and white tile floors or the chandelier hanging above the concierge desk, but 8119 definitely has more of a boutique resort hotel vibe. Again, we're farther north, so it's going to be more quiet, clean, slick, and sleek compared to some of the other buildings that I've been shooting on my channel in the Uptown and Victory Park area. But down here, you will have a 24/7 concierge, a patio, complimentary coffee, a few study rooms, and then 3 full-service elevators. In terms of parking, maybe you saw me walk through the front of the building a little earlier, and that is going to be your valet zone. So your guests will have full complimentary valet parking, and then during non-valet hours, your guests can actually just leave their keys with the concierge, and that vehicle will get taken care of. And then for resident parking, you've got the garage here, which is right next to the building, and it is operated off of either your gate fob or your toll tag. So it's safe, it's secure. I saw cameras everywhere, and it also has an automatic gate so that only people that should be here can get in and out as they please. In terms of the floor plans, I'll be showing you a 1-bedroom and a 2-bedroom today, and they technically have one single 3-bedroom unit on the entire property, and it's already leased, so keep that in mind. But in terms of the 1-bedroom, the one we're going to kick things off with is going to be the A2, and in all of these units you are going to have motorized blinds, Bosch appliances, hardwood in the kitchen and bedrooms, and then tile in the bathroom and laundry room. But my favorite thing about the units are the floor-to-ceiling windows, and I can't even begin to describe the amount of people that call me and are looking for a quiet and safe area with floor-to-ceiling windows. And if any or all of that is true for you, then you're gonna want to add 8119 to your radar, because not only do you get floor-to-ceiling in the living room, but also in your bedroom. And a lot of buildings in Dallas will cut corners here. They'll go floor to ceiling in the living room and then not in the bedroom. And as I walk into the bedroom here in a sec, you'll see that 8119 is not cutting any corners here. But I was also a pretty big fan of the bathroom, loved how the shower and tub were separated. So depending on how you bathe, that could be a plus. And then you've got a spacious balcony. And I think they had 2 chairs out there with the way that it was staged, but it was definitely pretty wide. You'd certainly be able to fit a couch and ottomans out here, along with having the convenience of entering either through the bedroom or the living room. And on the 2-bedroom, we're going to be looking at the B7. And after looking at that rent price, I can imagine that you're probably on the verge of having an aneurysm. But just hang with me. I've got a few points that I want to make. I promise that we're going to get through this together one step at a time as I justify some of these rent prices. But you just have to take into account the location of this building. It's in one of the safest areas in Dallas, and it's where everybody wants to live. On top of that, you've got Bosch appliances and natural stone countertops. Those 2 factors alone are almost unheard of, especially having both of those in the same unit, as Bosch is the creme de la creme of appliances when you compare it to what the majority of the other buildings are using, like Whirlpool, GE, or Samsung. And then the natural stone is also super unique. There's only one other building in Dallas that does stonework like this, and it is definitely higher quality and considered an upgrade. And then lastly, for this unit coming in at over 1,700 square feet, it feels more like a townhome or a condo. I mean, the pantry alone is bigger than the pantry I had in my farmhouse growing up out in Temple, Texas. The ceilings are higher. You've got a super ornate tile backsplash in the shower and bathroom areas, and then a mega closet in the primary bedroom. Another call out, there is not a single shred of carpet in any of these units. A lot of you call me and ask about this, and I know why it's important to you, and 8119 is keeping their bases covered in this category. But all in all, I love this unit. I love how it overlooks the green space as well as the commercial building, and you'll also get a den or a sunroom, if you will, as it will be surrounded by those massive floor-to-ceiling windows that we love to see. All right, so a quick disclaimer. If you're getting any value whatsoever from this video, then you got to do this thing just like all of these people are doing. And the reason why they're doing it is because as a locator here in Dallas, I do have relationships with the majority of the leasing offices here in the area, and I can help you capture additional incentives and move-in bonuses, which can help make your living situation just a little more affordable. And it's super, super important to do this thing before you tour. And the buildings actually incentivize me to bring new residents through the door. So it's not like you'd be cutting me a check for my services. That is being taken care of by the other party. So it is absolutely no skin off your back to go ahead and reach out. So one last time, if you want to move into the 8119, or if you want an opinion on any other building in the area, feel free to do this thing, and I will do absolutely the best that I can for you. Now moving over to the gym here on the 5th floor, and I'm just gonna be super frank. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. The gym is kind of small, but if you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm just a gym snob, and that's because I like to do deadlifts and squats, and I need a rack and loose barbells. And there's tons of apartment gyms in Dallas that offer this, but you're just not gonna get that at 8119 because that's not really the vibe of this building. The vibe of the gym in this building is quiet, tidy, clean. I think the dumbbells went up to about 50 pounds. So if you're a casual gym goer that just wants to do some machines and cardio and maybe some light dumbbell work, then this is going to be perfect. But for the rest of you that might be more like me, hold on to that gym membership. But one other thing that I thought was cool, and you'll see it here in a sec, but you will have a sauna over by the bathrooms as well as complimentary towels. So another cool thing about this building is that there is an outdoor amenity area right outside the gym, and all of it is turfed. So there's a pickleball court out here, a putting green, a lot of natural plants that were brought up. I think I saw a few gas grills, pergolas, and there were also some balls here laying on the ground. I don't even know what this game is called. I think it's called bocce ball. I'm not really sure. I grew up in a redneck household. We didn't really play bocce ball. I just grew up chopping wood and playing baseball. But aside from that, I love this area because it's really pretty and serene, especially as I was out here as the sun was starting to set. And it's also in between two buildings, so you get a nice balance of shade and sunlight along with the cool breeze. So next up, we've got the pool up here on the top floor, and I'll just be blunt. I did not feel like I was at an apartment building when I got up here. It felt more like a resort pool, like I might have been at the W or Hotel Swexen, which are some of the fanciest hotels here in Dallas. But you're gonna have an immense amount of tanning time out here if you enjoy catching rays. And there's a ton of buildings in Dallas that put their pools on the lower levels, which leaves you trying to catch the sun at particular times of the day. But here at 8119, the world is going to be your oyster. And here in a sec, I'll walk to the edge of the patio and zoom in on the Dallas skyline. And you'll see all of Highland Park right in front of it. And I can only imagine what it looks like at nighttime. So I'll definitely be doing my best to come back to check that out next time when the sun goes down. Next, we have the pool lounge, and you can definitely reserve this space as it has a kitchen, as well as having, I think I counted 5 bar stools. So lots of seating areas and ottomans. And there's also a smaller kitchen in the back if you'd like to prep snacks or hors d'oeuvres, so whatever event or party that you're having. And then there's also a secondary seating area around the corner for if you're looking to cool off during pool day. So next up we have the dog park, and on this one you've actually got 2 separate pads, of which I'll step up onto the ledge here in a sec so that way you can see how each one is fenced off. But as expected, didn't see a single present laying on the ground. Both of these dog parks are kept clean, tidy, and spotless, and they're just to the edge of the building, so you actually get access to this through the side of the lobby, and wanted to make sure that I double clicked on this if you have the furry friends. So next we have the pet washing station, and you're gonna have 2 shower bays and then 1 drying bay. So this entire room is gonna be equipped with sprayers, soap, as well as air dryers. And not a lot of buildings in Dallas offer this sort of amenity. The ones that do are predominantly downtown, so I wanted to make sure that we highlighted it for you guys. And that is going to wrap us up here at 8119. And I know what's going through some of y'all's heads right now. You're probably thinking, you know what, Lucas, that's cool. I just don't really know if I want to spend that much. I don't really think I need that much of an elevated vibe. I want something nice, but it doesn't need to be that nice. And if that's the case, feel free to check out this playlist, because I made a video tour just like this one over some of the most popular apartment buildings here in Dallas, which will be helpful if you're doing some more research. So with that, y'all stay out of trouble, and we'll catch you in the next video. Y'all be good.